Oh, wow.
Spirit fingers.
Steven, feel better soon. I'm sorry you're not feeling good. Feel better soon. And thank you for the super chat. We got another super chat.
And thank you, Strayman, too, for
yes, Strayman. Thank you.
Totally appreciate it.
He says upstaging Silver Striker again.
Hey, it all helps. We appreciate anything.
Sean's ignoring you guys.
Everybody, he's putting it on his thing there. Don't bother him till he's done.
Okay.
You know?
Never mind.
I will talk to you when I'm good and ready.
That's the big guy. Come on.
Laying the smack down.
Just like my daughter, she's like, "Oh, yeah, don't believe anything my dad says. He jokes around a lot." So you can't take me seriously, obviously. Apparently. Yeah.
Welcome everybody.
How's everybody doing?
Richard Sutton, Silver Stacker in training. Thank you again. I got to go way up. They've been chatting for an hour already.
Yeah.
Ramon Santiago, Always Unique by Jen. Welcome. Silver Bull 30, let's go. Tyler Lane, Eric, EMR Queens. Thanks for coming, you guys. Oh, I don't want to pull this string on my pants. I'm afraid my pants will fall off. Okay, there we go. Replay you sewed, Devin H. How is everybody? Blues Coins, Xander, welcome. 48 State Prospecting. Say hi, you guys.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Okay, so is Flea's coin hunting? Are you Fleabag? Or are you a different flea?
We got another flea in the community? What?
I mean, if we got another flea, that's good, because we're just adding, you know.
Paul Hampton, what's
Joey,
up?
Kyle.
Scott's ready for his next lesson in humility. Yeah, because he's been sending us a few coins here lately.
We have had a lot of emails.
Good to have you, Flea.
We were busy last night.
Yes, we were very, oh my gosh.
Lots of great questions. Lots of people anxious to learn. Super exciting. Flea powder for all.
It is a different flea, so there's at least 2 in the community now, so that's good.
Nice.
Farm Dog.
So don't confuse the 2 fleas.
Silver Clan, what's up? Alan Thompson.
Devin, welcome. Good evening.
So many people.
So, how many people are here for the first time? If this is your first time here, can you please put a 1 in chat and let us know how you heard of us? That would be amazing.
Oh, nice, Flea.
And for everybody else, welcome back. Thanks for coming back. We appreciate you. Always Unique by Jen. It's her first time here, and she said she already sent us an email. We will get to that, Jen. So you, Cindy, shut up.
Eric.
When we do the live show, we don't look at emails live. So those are always looked at, and then if it's something that we want to put in the show, it'll show up the next week. So, but we will get to it. And thank you for sending us an email, and thanks for coming. I hope you enjoy the show.
Well, there's quite a few. Kurt Parker.
WB, Aired One.
Aired One. JB.
Kurt Parker.
Wait, was there a 2 option? On there.
For Numismatic, apparently there is.
Yeah. Maybe they just dropped a number 2 and forgot to pick it up.
Chano Martinez, Tina.
Well, welcome to everybody for being here for your first time. We're just a panel of coin people that know a little bit about coins. And we have an email set up where you can send us your coin questions, and we go through them and pick certain coins out to show on the live show and teach you a little bit. And we love doing this for you. I don't think that there's another YouTube channel out there that offers this service, but we're kind of proud of it.
And we're slowly getting up there, you know. that. I don't know how many subscribers we have now. But
We have a lot of fun. Sean gets a little out of hand sometimes, so we have to reel him back in.
She's
This is
picking on
something
you.
absolutely. Have you guys been talking behind the scenes without me? And am I about ready to be ousted here?
No,
mean, you know,
no,
might want to show up 30 or
Not
40
by
minutes
me.
early. I think they've
Well,
been.
I was going to say the Tulsa show coming up in June, so it'd be awfully awkward if that's the case.
there's going to be a lot of us there. You should join us all.
Amanda has been talking a little bit. I think you got to watch her.
Yeah, that's unbelievable because she doesn't talk at all.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Right.
Now I know you're just
Got to
lying.
compensate.
Patrick, thanks for coming. I tossed your coin question over to Amanda because she's really into the world coins and world coin varieties and stuff. So
Well, we hope to see you, Blues. It'd be nice to see you.
I know. I hope you
Yes.
come, Eric. Shay's going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've known
Oh,
each other for a long
is
time.
Shay confirmed on this
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got himself a hotel room at the casino.
Yeah. We may or may not
So he
see
may,
him.
he may not be at the show. That would be funny.
In case you guys are wondering, we're talking about the Tulsa, Oklahoma, Northeast Oklahoma
Northeast
coin show.
Oklahoma. Yep.
Northeast Oklahoma coin show in Tulsa in May, and we are going to be there. So come in if you're going to be there.
No, isn't it June into July?
Oh, it's June. Yeah.
Oh, June. Sorry.
Yeah,
it is.
end of June, first part of July.
End of June, first part of July. I knew that. I have my plane ticket.
Coin's making sense. It will.
Kevin,
What's cool is we'll be back in town after the show soon enough to enjoy 4th of July.
I'll be in Texas for 4th of July. Me and Ida are going to party it up.
I'll probably be in my bedroom not shooting off fireworks. Just because.
I will.
You mean not burning your money up, Shannon?
They're so expensive.
Is that what you
Exactly.
mean?
That's exactly what I mean.
Your money, catching on fire.
So for you new people, we don't, like I said, we don't look at coins live, your emails live on the show. You can send them to us and we will answer them. But we will have time after we get done looking at the coins we have set up for tonight to answer some questions. So hang on to your questions until after we're done reviewing the coins that we're going to review. And we'll be happy to answer your questions. Try to make it not about a certain coin in particular, though, because for that we need pictures. So,
hey, Paula,
anybody else? What?
This is the third Monday of the month.
So we will be giving an ANA membership away at the end of the show tonight. So stick around. Even if you're already an ANA membership, you can still enter and win and gift it to somebody. If you know a youth, we really encourage people to get youth involved. So that would be an amazing option. So
I'm gonna see if I could talk to Donna again at the show and see if she should be there, I imagine. So
all right. So I don't think I'm gonna play the spiel. People don't seem to care for it too much, so I think we're gonna redo it. So it's like a lot shorter.
Can you remind everyone what the spiel is?
I will. The spiel.
Kind of defeats the purpose of saying, well, I guess we're not going to do the spiel tonight.
I know, the spiel. So we do have links for these things that I'm about to spiel in our description in our video. So we'd like to encourage everybody, if you collect coins, to join the American Numismatic Association. It's our national coin club. Like I said, we have the link. There are lots of benefits to being a member of that. And another club that we like to tell people to join is CONECA, Combined Organization of Numismatic Era Collectors of America. And we also have a link to that. That is, if you have a new variety or an error, we will send you to CONECA. That's usually who we send you to have that examined or attributed. So it's a great, great group. And we have a Facebook group, Coin Q&A. It's a great option for you guys as opposed to sending us emails. We have lots of great people in there that help us out, and you can post as many as you want. We try to ask you to limit your emails to like 2 to 3 a week because we get a lot of emails. But the Facebook group is a great alternative for that. So,
Eric, I don't think there will be any graders at the show. Maybe segs.
right.
I don't know.
There
I
wasn't
don't
last year.
I don't
but it
think there was any last time at the Grove show.
No, but Mike is working on next year trying to get the Mint there and maybe one of the grading companies.
Oh yeah.
Annex
And
is probably
Annex-
going to be the easiest on that.
NX has been making the rounds. They're really making the rounds to the coin shows this year. So
That's good.
Or maybe we could get CAC on board since they're grading coins now.
yeah, that would be great,
Yeah,
huh?
that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Now if they'd only let me submit some stuff.
When we're all done with the coins that we're going to review tonight, we are going to do a little bit of instruction on Incuse machine doubling. So stick around for that. That's seems to be a huge issue. It's been an issue in the past on the America the Beautiful quarters. Any coin that has an Incuse design on the coin itself. But it's really a problem right now with the Bessie Coleman quarters, and people are kind of confused about it. So we're going to do a little bit of instruction for you guys on that at the end.
Yeah, and their wallets are confused too because
And their
they are
wallet.
going for $50 to $60 per coin,
Oh,
and it's not good. It's
No.
not good.
No, because it's been hyped up. It's unfortunately there are some channels out there and a couple of bigger channels, I should say, or channels with a lot of subscribers that are advertising this as a DDR, as a double die reverse, and pretty much saying it's worth a lot of money, and it's not. So I just went through like $4 and I got a Philadelphia mint bag of quarters, and I went through like $4 and I found one like right away. So it's going to be super common. So anyway,
we'll talk about that after a while.
yeah, we'll talk about that as soon as we're done looking at coins. So
On to the coin. Are we ready?
on to the coins. Unless anybody else has any other announcements.
The only other thing for me is I will be giving away my Bessie Coleman 3 roll set. I just received this the other day from the Mint. So it's a PD&S roll. I'll be giving this away to one lucky viewer here in the near future. So I'll let you guys know how that's going to work out.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, and boo to the Mint for the packaging on those. Anyway.
Oh, and boo to the Mint as well for the 10+% price hike on a lot of their popular coins.
Yeah.
Sean
just did a video about that, so you guys go check out his video. He just did a video on that. So, all right.
Sorry, guys, my allergies is kicking my butt right now. We have friggin' flowers on the trees in the backyard right now in February.
Already?
Too early. Yeah. Well, we've had a couple consecutive back-to-back 70-degree days.
Yep.
Here last week, and I'm like, wow, are you kidding me?
We're getting it now.
We have these foul-smelling white flowers on the trees in the backyard. We have a Bradford pear that's just gross.
Gross.
Smells like some sort of anatomical kind of stuff. So we'll just leave it at that.
It's a butt flower.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, on that note, this is the live coin Q&A for February 20th, 2023. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. Hi, Ida.
Hi, Ida.
And I guess I'll go first. Question about a website from Richard M. Are they legitimate to buy? Oh, I remember seeing this. To buy silver from.
Yeah, I threw this in there because I thought it would just be good as a PSA to kind of remind people, you know, there's a lot of places like this when you go out there and you're trying to buy American Silver Eagles or, you know, whatever it might be, and you get stuff popping up that looks really great prices, and a lot of times it's too good to be true. If it seems too good to be true, it is. So kind of a public service announcement to watch out for these kinds of things. One of our panel people, who's not been on the panel for a while, Jeffrey Schumar, went on there and took a look and said that some of the pictures he has seen at PCG, or no, not APMEX, on APMEX site, and then some of the links didn't even work and all kinds of things. So,
I found that. I went on it
that?
and some of the links wouldn't work for me either. So
yeah, so just be wary of those kinds of things.
Does it say what it's Weevil Star?
Yeah, it's Weasel Star. Weevil Star.
Weevil Star.
Yeah.
Weevil Star. So.
And that looks like a phone app, the picture that he sent us. So, they're getting sneaky about it, I guess. But anyway, just to throw that out there.
Do your research, do your homework. If you have questions, you can send them to us before you buy. Don't ever be in so much of a hurry to buy that you don't take the time to do a little bit of homework. So, Amanda's like, oh, why couldn't I have the last question?
1881 3-cent major error from Andrew B. I've been collecting for 20 years. I have never once come in contact with something as mind-boggling as this. The scope does not do this justice. When you look at it in plain light at a roughly 45-degree angle, you can see the rest of the bust. I have sent this both to you and the coin channel for overlooking, as I am completely flabbergasted by this. I look forward to hearing what you think. Thanks for your time.
Well, very cool.
So yeah, that is very cool. Big, huge lamination.
Huge.
Probably a
And
clamshell.
it looks like it was helped along a little bit.
Yeah, it's got that little piece right there that stayed put. Kind of seems like somebody probably pried that off.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, very cool.
And that happens
from contaminants in the alloy.
Improper alloy mixture.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, probably Indigon.
Well, it probably was lifting and somebody decided to peel it away. If you ever have a coin like that, don't peel that off. Don't peel it up. Don't pry it up. Because you can kind of see down here by United where it looks like it's like the metal's a little pushed. Somebody probably pried that off. It probably was clamshell.
Yeah. Don't clean your coins and don't peel off your laminations.
Well, don't pick at it.
Don't pick at it. That's what it is.
Yeah. You can see it better there.
Yeah, you can see that metal down there. Probably where they wiggled it to break it off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, awesome.
2007 P Wyoming strike through from Joey K. Hey guys, it's been a while since I sent any interesting coins. This quarter was found while roll hunting. It's an obvious strike through. Obverse and reverse appears to have an awesome die crack at his bust. The other amazing part of this that the coin is in fantastic condition as well. Maybe a mint state 67. Could it also have some die clashes going on too, especially by the horse's hind legs? Also, although no DDR variety. Thanks, Pam.
So real quick, somebody asked about the last coin. Tub 37. I don't know how to say it.
YouTube instead of YouTube.
In the scale of errors, lamination peels and stuff like that are towards the more minor. That's a more major lamination peel, but it's also, in my opinion, it looks like it's has had assistance. The piece is not there anymore, and it looks like somebody actually manually removed the piece. So it probably started out as a clamshell lamination.
And the clamshell is when you look at the edge of the coin and it's split, just like a clam opening or shedding. So if you see that, it's usually best to leave it alone because it's probably worth more as a clamshell.
It definitely is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
okay.
Ida.
Did we already read this? We did.
Can't
Right.
see for the oh.
Sorry, I just wanted to address that before I lost it in chat and forgot about it.
Sure.
I could have started this, but
Hey, Emil.
it probably so if they find it, if somebody sends that in to be graded, which I wouldn't send that in to be graded, just just to let you know that. It may even get a details grade
Because it's been damaged.
because it's been damaged.
Yeah.
So
So back to Joey K's quarter. So I thought this was pretty cool. It's a severe grease strike through on both sides. And he mentioned that there's no DDR because there are quite a few DDRs right there in the place where the cowboy is holding that saddle horn, right in that little loopy area. There's quite a few.
Isn't there some by the tail too?
I haven't seen any by the tail.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different coin.
What do they call that little piece there where the cowboy holds it? Yeah, you said the horn.
Saddle
Horn,
horn.
yeah, right. I've been struggling with that. I'm like, oh yeah, that little flippy dude.
The nubby. A little nubbin.
That horse thing. That horsey riding thing.
Yeah, this is a cool one. Definitely got some grease spillage there. Smeared.
Yeah. It's really neat.
Cool. Horn of the saddle.
Thanks, Scott. Yeah, it was on both sides.
Hey, to everyone listening, this is something that you don't need to grade. I would say personally, the coin that we saw previous also, because everybody knows what a lamination is, people know what a strike through is, and these are two of kind of like the low end of the totem pole for mint errors. You really don't need to grade them. Grading any sort of error is a pretty big expense, unless you're going to keep it for your collection as a memento. But for reselling or anything to that effect, or even keeping it in your collection, it's probably not necessary.
Yeah. That's the picture of the nubbin, just to show us it's not a DDR.
No, that's not the nubbin. That's the legs.
Oh, that's the legs.
That's the hind legs.
I don't know.
Saddle horn, Kurt Pierce says. That makes more sense. It's the horn on the saddle, and it doesn't even beep.
More of that.
Die clash too. Oh, by the horse's leg. That's what he was saying. There's a die clash down there.
Yeah, yeah.
Little thing.
Yeah. Cool. Too bad there was that grease. It might have made the die clash more friendly.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty cool that it's on the flat field areas, and you don't see too much of the strike through on the devices.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see the texture of it too, and I like those little grease smears. Good pictures. Thank you for these great pictures.
Yeah.
I concur.
There's that little piece again.
A little MD in there as well.
So, 2023 Bessie Coleman quarter from Scott H. I went to the gas station and bought $10 worth of quarters. I ended up finding these. Just thought I would share them with you. I will be going back for more.
Nice. Bessie Coleman.
She's the new one.
The new flavor of the month.
This is the flavor of the month. And that is the Incuse machine doubling.
Thank you, Mr. Marmello.
I think that's Eric Custer. Eric Custer. EC. And it really does look like a doubled die. But it's not. And we'll explain a little bit more, but these areas on the coin are Incuse. So if it was true double die on an Incuse device, it would be really skinny. So it's the opposite of hub doubling on regular devices. Normal hub doubling on normal raised devices looks fatter or doubled and with notching and everything else. And on Incuse, it'll be just the opposite. It's skinny. It takes away from the device. So, Marmello, someone was asking about you. How are you? I guess they had a lot of like flooding and stuff where he's at. But we'll talk a little bit more about this. If you are looking at Bessie Coleman quarters, you are going to find this, no doubt.
Yeah, and there's been so many weird things being found on this issue in both P and Denver's. So Philly and Denver coins are coming up with some pretty interesting things. So definitely keep an eye out on these. The mint is actively minting more of these as we get closer to the second release. I forgot for the life of me what that one is, but yeah, they're going to be minting these for probably the next 4 to 6 weeks.
So Patrick, if it's a die break or a chip on the interior of the coin, it's not a cud. It's a die chip or a die break. A cud is an actual part of the die that broke off at the rim, so it will involve the rim of the coin and part of the field. And I know why people are having it. We talked about this before, why they're having an issue with these is because when you look at this picture, for someone who doesn't know that these devices are incused on the coin or sunk in on the coin, they look raised.
Yeah. It's that weird effect. So the picture, you can look at the pictures of coins and stuff that is raised might look incused in one direction with certain lighting. And then you turn it and then you can see it. It's just the weirdest kind of optical illusion, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It is impressive looking. I will say that.
Yeah.
For what it is.
But it has been on the other ones too, on the American Beautiful quarters. There have been some amazing examples, but unfortunately, it is what it is, you know?
James, do we save rim only cuds? I would say I would if I, you find a good one, keep it. Rim cuds they're cuds. Same thing.
All right, I'll read this one from Peter C. We got 1972 Lincoln cent. Hey, Sean, I love your videos. I love the education. I am learning about coins. I love pennies and error stuff. I have this 1972 penny and really don't know the right approach with it. Should I get it restored or not? Is it worth it? What do you think it might be worth as is?
So, Sean, I'm going to warn you ahead of time. I don't think you've seen this coin yet.
Is this a trigger alert type of thing?
It might be. It's a little hard.
I'll just take your word. I mean, there hasn't been anything that I haven't seen yet.
It's a little heartbreaking.
Ah, shit. Oh, no.
Just,
Oh.
That's the coin that you're going, please don't be something.
I'll pretend I didn't see this one. Seriously.
It's a little heartbreaking.
Look at that. I wish he would focus his pictures. I can't read that.
Right?
Oh, gosh. How did you get that dirty at first?
That's actually corrosion.
Yeah.
Like on a battery.
I would send in to get it.
We talked about this last. I would, if this was my coin, it's getting restored.
Yeah, who does that? NGC, right, Adam?
NGC Annex are going to be the cheapest. PCGS is pretty expensive. So, and since this coin probably after conservation would come back cleaned, I probably
It would, but it still wouldn't have that.
I would either do I'd probably do NGC on this one. Have it conserved. It's probably going to come back clean, but still, it's a really scarce. I mean, I think this variety is relatively scarce. I mean, it's pretty. There's a lot of them, but you don't run into these all the time. So
for people that are new, this is a true double die.
Yes,
And
definitely.
it's the FS 101 on that 72. So it's a cherry pickers variety. And
let's say for argument's sake, it comes back XF cleaned details. It's still got to be worth a couple $100,
Mhm.
right?
So
Man,
that's a tough one, because I think you could sell this as is for a few $100s. Hey, call me crazy. I think that's kind of like what you can expect for this in its current condition. I don't know how much it costs to conserve it. I can imagine it's not particularly cheap. I'll just throw out a number, $50, and then you got to pay for the grading.
You can get it conserved without grading it.
True.
Yeah, you could do that. I mean, I guess the end game is, I'm going to keep this because it's like my first biggest find, and I don't really need the money, because with numismatics, sometimes it's not all about selling it, If it were mine and I was able to keep it, then I would jump through whatever hoops to conserve it. They'll get rid of the verdigris and all that great stuff, but it's not going to be an uncleaned coin at the end of the day. Yeah, you have to be willing to accept the details grade as it comes.
I would.
Yeah. So YouTube's asking what causes the corrosion because they've seen it on other coins. So basically, it's just exposure to.
Well, the verdigris, if that's verdigris, it's PVC, improper storage, right?
Could be, yes. Yeah, it could be. It could have very well been exposed to other different chemicals. Grease. I don't know, different detergents and all sorts of other stuff. Really, kind of hard to say how all this kind of forms. This thing looks like it's been sitting in a cup holder for probably 5 years.
Right.
So.
Right.
One of those that you peel off of your because it's stuck with the spilled Coke or whatever.
Yeah, in your 1988 Lincoln Town Car, right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's where I've seen, and there's probably a McDonald's, cup that was sitting on top of it for 2 of those years. I mean, you just never know.
You never know.
So, question: the corrosion can spread, right, on a coin? So, don't you want to get rid of that if you can?
I mean, if it really is verdigris, then it's spreadable. It's like
it's essentially like cancer on the coin.
Yeah.
Or rust on steel.
Yeah.
I still think it's beautiful though. Come on.
Oh, it's a great find. I mean, you certainly would not toss this back if you found it in this.
No,
never.
That wouldn't even be an option.
Nope. Not at all.
I think this one's yours, Sean.
All right. 1976 quarter Liberty doubling. Oh, boy. Michael A. I was wondering if this is just wear on the coin or actual doubling on Liberty.
Oh, welcome, Miss G. First time on the live.
Good to have you, Miss G.
Oh, we've had a couple of these. Oh. I'll be all right. Give me a moment.
Okay. Let us know when you're kosher.
I'm kosher.
And is that right there? Is that a ring of death, unfortunately, on
On
the
the
top?
head. You
Yeah.
didn't have to bring that up.
Sorry. Still, another double die.
Oh, this is
Big
a nice
one. This is a big one
Mhm.
too.
Yeah. I can ignore that mark on the head.
There are some varieties you find in bad condition, like this coin and the previous one, that just will still bring you really nice money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
that's true. Yeah, this one is. This one has been on my bucket list for a long time, and now I have an AU 55 graded example of this.
You
and
do? Nice. This is a great one.
Yeah, the ones you really want. If you could find one in mint state condition, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
But I'm just not willing to pay that kind of money, which should tell you a lot. They're expensive once again in mint state grades.
Papa Georgia said, I think you can buff that out.
Buff
Buff
that out.
yeah,
Ernest.
The scratch on Washington's head.
on his head.
Or you mean the
That'll buff it out.
vertebrates on the previous coin?
Oh, congratulations. That was a nice coin.
Yes,
Oh,
very
and
nice coin.
this is another nice one. Once in a lifetime find from Jesse M. Jesse M, are you here? Are you here? Hi, Sean. I'd like to start by acknowledging you as the person who turned me on to the coin hunting hobby 5 years ago. Watching random videos on YouTube, and I stumbled across this guy talking passionately about coins. That got me watching more and more of your videos, and I've been hooked on the hunt ever since. Thank you. On the flip side, my partner would like to cuss at you because I've got a mess of coins. While separating some coins, I had reading glasses on this coin, reading glasses on, and this coin appeared blurry while trying to read it. I took the glasses off and my heart skipped a beat as I noticed the date and mint. I went to fire up my scope and had to pause my partner in her efforts to start a conversation with me. I got it on the scope, and the following pictures are what I saw.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Talk about a big bad boy right there.
that's the biggin.
That's the big one.
Looks like MD to me, guys.
It's in doubling. Yeah. Yeah, this is the big one. It's doubling, David. Patrick. Like everybody's like, holy.
Yeah, we had a few good ones, didn't we? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's 2-for-1 you call it here on the live coin Q&A.
And every single one of them though has been damaged. Can you believe that? Like this one has been like
Justin's like, focus that picture.
It
I know,
doesn't
right?
matter.
I'm seeing double. This one's been cleaned. But I don't like I'm complaining, right? Oops, crap. You can see it on the full coin picture.
What do you think?
Yeah,
Still
you
like
can see it a
$3,000
little
or
bit.
$4,000 for that?
Yeah. And you know what's funny is this one to go to auction, I would predict would have quite a few bidders because it's a more affordable example.
Yeah.
If it stays, you know what I mean?
I think there's only been one details graded example of this variety, and I don't think it went up to public sale, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah. I have to seriously think about that one, but
Right? Who cares, farm dog, right? Who cares?
no one would care at all.
So, by the way, Peter Consalvi is in the chat, and that was his 72 PDA.
Oh, congratulations, Peter.
Very awesome, Peter.
Congratulations.
And thanks for coming.
Peter. I would say it's better to find that coin than to not find it at all, regardless
Right?
of what the grade is. So my proverbial hat off to you, man. That's a
And
great
Peter,
find.
whatever you decide to do with that, keep us posted, keep us informed. Let us know.
Please.
No,
Follow up.
we get to see, we get a ton of emails. I know it sounds like we're complaining, but we're not, because we get to see some amazing coins. I think this is like the third or fourth 69S that we've had double die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We've
they're
had-
always found by, mistake or not expecting it,
We've had several new listings, new varieties found. We've had several one-of-a-kind errors, like amazing errors that have been written up in articles, and so I feel so blessed, because even though I don't have these coins, I get to see them and break the good news, because
Exactly.
we're breaking the bad news.
Yeah, I mean, Paula, you can attest to this. Where we're located here on the West Coast, we don't have the benefit of finding some of these, especially some of those banger Philadelphia Mint errors from the last few years.
Yeah.
So while they're out there, and while the Mint really doesn't care about quality control, I would certainly take advantage of that. So yeah, Peter said he's hooked, and can't really blame the guy.
Right.
You're supposed to be hooked. This is one of the greatest hobbies on the face of this planet.
It truly
without
is.
the money.
But let me throw out there too, Peter, that you have found something that's so big. Don't be disappointed by the little stuff that you start finding.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's hard to find the big ones, and
I've never thought about that, like what that would do, like for the rest of you.
Yeah, he really set the bar high with that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, Ray, thank you for asking. She's doing well. She did really well through the surgery, so thank you for asking.
Outstanding.
Peter Weiher asked if we've ever done a 55 DDO.
No, but I haven't.
I don't think we've had one of those sent in, have we?
I haven't.
Well, to be honest, not too many people find that coin. It's had quite an interesting history from when it was first found. And yeah, I can honestly say the 55 is uncherry pickable and probably unfindable in change. The last one that I do know of that was found roll hunting was probably 13 years ago. It was like 2009 or 2010. Such a long time ago. But I'm usually on the pulse of finds like that, and you just don't see those.
No, I didn't find it, Angie. I did. I found it. I found it on Charmy Harker's website. On the Pity Lady. I found it on her website. I had to have it.
Very nice. Would like to hear the panel's opinion on hunting approach they believe most likely to find Peter-type coins. Hunt until you can't hunt anymore. That's about the only way to do it. Lots and lots of coins. Look through a ton.
It was fun, SMK. That was fun.
Or go to Peter's house and see what he's got.
Yeah.
Maybe you can search through his stuff.
Or go to the bank, buy as many boxes as you can, and get yourself one of those machine things that separate out copper from the zinkins, and just hunt through the copper, and then you can look at the zinkins later.
You better watch your mouth though, Sean, because we've got Matthew in the in the stream tonight.
I know he takes that very personally. There's a lot of big coins to be found on Zinkin era dates, so
Yeah, I see a lot of really nice shield scent varieties on Matthew's Facebook page.
Yeah,
I look for them.
I know, right?
Well, some of the DDOs I do, but yeah. So,
There's the site we
anyway.
were talking about.
Oh, that's Matthew's Facebook group.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah, and you guys can make a killing if you could find it. Brand new 2023 Lincoln Scent boxes have been selling for 300 plus still today, right
Have
now.
you gotten any in change?
No, I got my
Neither.
first Bessie Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up getting that one, believe it or not, at a gas station 2 days ago or something.
I haven't gotten
Nice.
Yeah.
any. Hi, Alexander. My favorite Scotsman.
So are we going to talk about the Incuse doubling? Is that
Yeah, so we can talk about Incuse doubling. Incuse machine doubling. So on Incuse machine doubling, on the die itself, those devices are raised so they stick up. That is what a hub looks like. A normal hub when they're making the dies. The hub is what creates the die, and it looks just like the struck scent already. So the devices will be raised. So when it strikes the die, it gives the die in the incused images. And then sometimes they'll pull it back and it'll rotate a little bit. So then you'll get your doubled die. On incused machine doubling, that's the reason that the coin looks doubled, is because it's the same effect as it would be on a hub to die. Those raised devices are bouncing and causing a second image on the coin itself. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense to you guys? So the raised devices, it'll strike the coin and then it'll bounce. So it'll be just like a second strike on the coin, and it'll have the same like raised device, but on the coin it's infused. So it'll have the exact same impression. You're confused, Papa Georgia. I know it is really, really confused. I'm gonna put up a link for you guys.
I put our video link in there too for
Ken's. Yeah, Ken did a great video. So watch that video. He shows it with Play-Doh and stuff. It's hard. I'm a visual learner, so it's hard for me to explain things through. And I probably should have brought my Play-Doh out and shown you guys. One of these days I'm going to do it.
I posted the link to ErrorRef.
Perfect.
To describe Incuse doubling, and it shows actually America the Beautiful coins on the website as a photo reference. Yeah, Mike Diamond and them does a way better job than I can explain it. It's actually a very complex process. If you're not familiar with how Incuse and all that stuff works on the coin. So that's on there.
Yeah, so go read that. It'll explain it to you a little bit more, and watch Ken's video. He does do a really good job explaining how it would look if it was a real double die versus the incused machine doubling. So yeah. So do any of you guys have any questions? We're probably going to end up having a pretty short one tonight.
If you say brownies every fifth word, Papa Giorgio would understand.
If what? If you say brownies?
Brownies, yeah. You keep his attention a little better.
Brownie. 4 rolls of quarters. They're all brand new Bessie Coleman. None that I know of. And you know what's funny is I actually was looking at the design of the Bessie Coleman. I think it's going to be, I'm not sure they're going to find any DDRs on that. If they did,
Julie, these coins are so new. They've only been out maybe a few weeks. People are still kind of going through them right now, and nothing has been attributed. But once one has been found, if at all, you guys will be the first to know. So we hope.
yeah.
There's going to be a lot of like class 9 type doubling on there.
They don't actually screw on, Kurt. They're, through the years, there's been changes in how the dies attach. They used to tighten them with like a, what is,
like a clamp or
like a clamp.
Yeah.
Now they have like lugs that fit. That's why dies can't be interchangeable. You can't have 2 obverse or 2 reverse dies because they have lugs that actually fit, that are designed specifically for.
Yeah, it's a good way of not screwing it up in a short way, a short explanation.
But there are all kinds of bolts and screws and things like that in the presses that they are constantly having to go and tighten, and that's why you get machine doubling. And
Larry, thank you.
So,
thank you, Larry. Very awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Larry. Still awesome. So are you. Everybody's awesome.
Yes,
donating money is not necessary, but yeah, it certainly keeps the lights on in good old live coin Q&A land. Yeah, CJ, Nick, what you're describing is what they call double struck, flipped over. So coin has been struck once. The coin didn't eject properly, so it stayed in the striking chamber, and it probably either stayed where it's at or it flipped over, and the coin is struck again. So yeah, that does certainly exist. They've been found on, I don't know, quite a few decades of coins, going back to the early 1900s. Some of the more findable, I guess, if you can even call it that, have been coming on coins from like 1950s to about 1970s. All right, but you can still find them beyond that. They're just a little bit more scarce because of quality control and, you know, the men, as they kind of go through all the coins before they get packaged up, they do come across those. They'll take them out. So again, that's something that you can find on errorref.com. So error-ref.com. We'll have great explanations of any type of error that you can think about.
Yeah, it's an amazing site.
Should the duplicate Bessie Coleman quarters be kept or spent?
Duplicate? You mean the increased?
Yeah, I would spend them.
I'd spend them. The amount of videos that are out there and the amount of emails we've gotten, and the fact that I went through a bag and just right away found one in my bag tells me that it is super, super common. I feel bad for those people that have paid $50, for examples, on eBay of them. If you like it and you think it's cool, keep 1 or 2 or whatever for your collection, but I wouldn't pay any money for them.
Ringmaster Ray, if you're alluding to the cap bust,
the large
1823 over 2, that one's kind of medium. The more common ones are like, you know, like your 1818 over 7 variety. That one's pretty common. And what's the other one?
I think he was talking about the large cent.
Oh, large cent?
I think so. I think that's what he said in there.
Yeah, that one, in that case, that one's not too common. There's more overdates on the cap bust series of halves than the large cents. Yeah, as a matter of fact, some of those large cent overdates are quite scarce.
They can
So
be
what-
really cool though.
Right. So Wiles asked if you could get Incuse hub doubling at the initials and doubling at the nose on the same time. And
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you meant, well, true hub doubling. I mean, you can, absolutely. It just
And
depends.
that is where I would expect, if there's going to be any doubling on these Bessie Colemans, I would expect to be somewhere by the arm or the nose.
Like right in that area,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere in there. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I was thinking too, looking at them.
But you can have machine doubling on
Right.
a true double die. There's actually a 69S out there that is a double die and also has machine doubling. Can you imagine that? Ken Potter is an example, has shown an example of that.
That's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt, when it comes to the dies, they don't really float. I mean, they do sit on something, so it's touching whatever at the bottom of that chamber where the die goes into. It couldn't really float because it wouldn't last too long. You can just imagine the pressure of the strikes jostling that die if it's not sitting up against something. But after so many strikes, those dies become a little bit loose, and that's why we end up with things like misaligned die strikes, things of that nature.
So the reverse die sits inside the collar, right? And it has a thing, and I can't remember what it's called on the bottom, that rotates around, and it pushes it up, and then it comes back down, and it pushes it up, and it comes back down. It rotates constantly like that, and it'll come down, it'll get struck, and then that pushes it up, and the feeder finger will push that struck coin out, and then it goes back down in the collar, and the feeder finger brings the new planchet in, and it falls in there. And I can't remember what that's called.
Yeah, isn't it hydraulic?
It's a little. I got a picture for you. Hang on.
Yeah, and that's part of the ejection process when that die is pushed up. The anvil die is pushed up to help eject the coin out of the striking chamber. It's all one continuous process, and it happens so quickly.
Really quickly. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, my son has got a smoothing fit now. Really good diagram in here.
Wiles, it could be machine doubling at the nose, because that can happen on any coin based on kind of what Paul is talking about right now. It's the actual, after the strike, that die will move just a little bit, and it will create that illusion of doubling. It will kind of scrape the face of the coin, if you will.
Keep talking. I gotta find it.
Blah, 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 blah.
It'll drive me crazy too if I don't find it.
What's the most errors on a coin that you have seen?
Boy, that's a tough question.
I've seen what most errors on one coin. I've seen one that is broad struck with an indent and a clip.
Yeah.
All in one.
Was it struck on the right planchet? Just kidding.
Yeah, it was a Zinken. Kind of hard to.
Oh,
It was like a 1998 Lincoln or something. I saw it a few months ago. I'm like, oh, that's pretty interesting. But
There it is.
and probably not long for the world.
Called a
yeah,
cam.
it's a time bomb.
So I'm gonna try to get this. Show you guys.
What is it? A bifurcated plane?
Yeah, bifurcated plane. I'm not gonna be able to show you. This is ridiculous.
Can we make you large?
Yeah, can somebody make me? Me? No? Nobody can do it? There we
There
go.
you go.
So it's called a cam, and it rotates around. You can see underneath the lower
Oh,
die.
I gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
And you can see as it comes up to that point, it pushes the die up, and then it'll lower back down, and that's where a new planchet will come in inside the collar. So it raises up. It's called a cam. So that's what the lower die sits on. So, hi.
Hello.
Hello.
She's
do
like,
that.
shrink me, shrink me.
Okay. This is
Kind of like your car.
This is a great book, you guys. By
Got a
Arnold.
cam in your engine.
A cam.
That book looked like it came from Grandpa's bookshelf.
It's falling apart. It's falling apart.
Got to asked what $100 bills are worth hunting for collecting and or for profit.
They're out of control.
Are there many?
Yeah, Justin. They're minting at a pretty rapid rate. I don't know how many coins are striking per minute. It's got to be 100 or more. I don't know. I know the smaller denomination of coins are being struck at a much rapid rate compared to say $50.
So Yatu, when you're hunting $100 bills, for one thing, if you are trying to make a profit on them, it's much more difficult than if you're hunting $1 bills because you've already got $100 that somebody has to pay you for whatever you find. So any kind of errors are, would be something that you would want to probably hold on to. There are fancy serial numbers, but a lot of them probably wouldn't make it have that much of a premium, I don't think. What do you think, Sean? I mean, if you've got a serial number that's all ones, I mean, that's going to get you something. But
yeah,
I don't know if
it has to be a really good fancy, or it has to be a really nice error. Because the denomination's so high, that's going to soak up a lot of the value of the note, just based off of face value. As opposed to for it being a $1 bill, then the amount of money you can make on something like that is so much more greater.
Right.
Although I would probably pay attention here really shortly because they haven't quite used the brand new LEPE presses to do the 50s and 100s yet for the overprint, and they're still having issues. We're seeing some pretty weird errors on the $20 bills. There's been a few mismatched serial numbers. There's been some missing green seal notes as well that's been being found on 2017 A20s. So be on the lookout for those. If anything, if you get them, just take a quick glance at your 20 or your 10.
Neat. Ray, anything 8 degrees and less, up to 8 degrees is within mint tolerance, but rotations don't really start carrying a premium until they get to 15 degrees. 15 degrees and greater.
Jonathan, we have a ton of emails we're going through. We can't address it on the fly, but we'll take a look at it here this week, and either myself or one of the panel members will let you know.
Next week is going to just be questions only.
Right.
Next week is only
cram
yeah,
session.
when is it? That's right. Yeah, because it's only 28 days this month.
Yeah.
So next Friday will be only questions. We won't be showing any coins. But we'll still be answering emails. We'll still be answering your questions. So get your questions ready for us. We have an A&A giveaway to go.
Paula, just quick little thing about 30 seconds ago, the door behind you just opened.
Oh,
there was no one there, so
creepy.
Ooh, Paula's house.
Adam, that's your wheelhouse, buddy. So I'll defer to you on this one.
Yeah, let's say hi.
Like, what?
If I don't shut it all the way, it opens back up on its own.
Oh, okay.
Sure it does.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, if we don't hear from you,
There it goes.
if we don't hear from you, just forward your mail, right?
Creepy.
All right, Snoopy Doo.
Hey, Snoopy Doo. How's it going?
All up there normal.
Okay. So, should we give a A&A membership away?
Sure.
Whoops.
Ralph, is a 4.0 still in the wait for a nickel? Yes, because the mint tolerance for a nickel is 0.2, pretty much, or 0.197. I think it's really close. So, yes.
Okay, let me get this StreamYard
No,
giveaway.
no, Eric, it's still the same one, man. I haven't bought a nicer one. I haven't found one yet, so I don't think I'm going to. I'm pretty content with that one.
Silver Springs coin. Silver Springs coin. Yeah, I said that right. What's up?
Okay, so we're going to start collecting comments here for the giveaway. I'm going to show you guys what your word is.
When did the mint start using feeder fingers? I don't know.
Ever since the presses became automatic.
Why you got so many D's in that word? Everybody type that word in, and then your name will be put in
Doubled
for the
die.
drawing.
There doesn't have to be a hashtag, Jason. Just doubled die. Doubled die. We're gonna get them used to putting doubled die.
And make sure you got DD in there. Doubled die.
Doubled die. Because that's what it's called.
Hey, I
If you
see,
had-
I
if you
see
now-
Eddie's name in there. I see Bleddy. I see Bled. I see Lead.
You sound like Miss, what was that romper room, Miss Marianne?
Do Bleddy.
With her magic mirror. I see Sarah.
Why, I do declare, Mr.
Jeez.
Bleddy.
Good morning. If it's morning for you, it's evening for me. For us.
Double die. Not double D, Snoopy Doo. Come on, settle down. Double die. When you are talking about a coin that is doubled, it's because it was created by a doubled die.
Double D, man. Get your head out of your
I
gutter.
know, right?
Yeah.
Down.
Besides, what wasn't Victoria made up by a dude?
It was, wasn't it?
63 comments. How many people are in here?
173.
Whoa. And remember, you guys, even if you have an A&A membership or you don't want it, you can still win it and gift it to somebody. We just have to have their information. $64.
64. There's only 64 people in there?
There's only 64 comments. 65.
There has to be more than that.
I'm going to give it like another minute.
Make sure you're spelling it right, guys.
DOUBLEDDIE. Come on, Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Well, sorry, we're not giving away shoes.
Silver Bull, yours is wrong. Make sure you change it. There you no. Double died. You're gonna mess people up. Quit it.
Nice, Eunice. Not double cheese.
Double cheese
nubs.
nubs.
Ah, nubs.
Double
Take
die.
your hand.
Double die.
Double
Double
die.
die.
Dabba dabba.
79.
You're all right, Silver Bull.
Okay, 81. We got some really good coins tonight. Thanks, Richard. Everybody's memberships just expired.
Yeah.
Yeah, all at the same time, huh?
Uh-huh. Okay. Are we ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Guess we're ready. Good
Oh,
luck,
we're trying
everyone.
double wide. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, go.
Andrew's Northwest Coins.
Coins. Congratulations. We do this every month, you guys. We give one of these
Rick.
away every month.
Yep. Rick Howe Jr. Thank you for the super
Andrew.
chat. So
Andrew, make sure that you send us an email and just put in the subject matter ANA winner for February.
Nubs, thank you for the $3 super chat.
Thank you. And that's all I got, man. I don't have nothing else tonight. And
Yeah,
I'm
we had
hungry.
a bunch of whammy coins, big coins tonight.
We had some great coins. Purchase will not increase your chance of winning.
That's right. Richard Sutton is asking if there's anything on the 1946 penny, anything special about it. I would say a good way to find out if you're looking for things that are like Cherry Picker's Guide or something like that is maybe go to PCGS Price Guide and just look at, it'll show you the date. And then if there's a plus beside it, you can click on that plus and it'll drop down and there'll be like all of the varieties that usually are Cherry Picker's Guides. So that's
my advice is if you see something, you think you have something, take good pictures of it. If you can't match it to anything, any of the known listings, or if it's an error, now that can be on anything. But if you think you have a new varieties are found all the time. And just because it's an old coin doesn't mean that a new variety can't be found on it. So take good pictures and send it to us.
You're welcome, Joey. Roxas says, can I donate a coin? I'm not sure what you mean, what you want to donate, but you don't have to do anything like that. We just appreciate the support and all the emails and all the people that came to see us.
Ralph, that's a great question. That's kind of a very broad question because there's a very long list of various nickels and dates to look for. My recommendation is that you go online and research some of the websites like doubletodie.com, Variety Vista. Look at the various varieties you could find in the series. You're gonna appreciate the laundry list of the ones on there, and pick yourself up a hand magnifier, something that's like 10 times power is suitable. You're gonna be able to look at all of your varieties that are worth a spit with that kind of magnifier. If you need something stronger, it's probably pretty minor. So it's something to keep in mind.
Paula, there's your question from Water the Possibilities. What is the difference between an error and a variety?
Man. So varieties are something that's created when the die is created, when the die itself is created. This is the die. This is what's used to strike the coins. And it will repeat on every coin that die strikes exactly. An error is something that happens during the process of making the coins themselves. It starts out from the planchet and it goes all the way to the striking. That's where errors can occur. In the making of the planchets to the striking, you can have errors on dies, but a variety is created on the die when the die is being created. And it can be intentional or unintentional. So
Can you get an MS on a 55 double die brown? I mean, I guess you could. Yeah,
Yes, you can.
sure.
Marshmallow, thank you.
Thanks again, Mr. Marsh.
Sorry for eating my popcorn, you guys, but I'm starving tonight. Hi, Gina R. Been watching your videos. You've been doing great ones.
I saw she was trying to do some live stuff the other night. I didn't get to go in and
Oh,
watch.
I didn't see that. I was at my
Yeah, she was
phone call.
testing it. It was kind of late at night, I think. So.
Nice. Okay. Well, I think that's it for us, you guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, all you new people. I hope that you will come back. And that's it. I've got nothing else. Adam, Sean, Shannon, Amanda, you guys got anything?
Nope.
Nope. Just everybody have a great week, and thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Yeah, have a great week. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
We like you. Please like, share, and subscribe, please.
Tell your
Tell your
friends.
friends.
Make sure to keep your eye out for Sean's video. He's going to give away that pre-roll set of PD&S quarters. All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Bye.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Night.